What's up? This is Sticks It In You from Steel Panther, and you're listening to Paulie Z's podcast. And Paulie, I think it'd be a good idea if you put your pants on right now.
Yo, 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 welcome back to the Paulie Z Show. This is episode number 35. And this is special because I'm in the West Coast. I'm not in the West Coast, I'm on the West Coast. What am I talking about? But yeah, we did some West Coast podcasts a while back. We did a series of 3. And my producer extraordinaire, Alex, and I are here again, enjoying the gorgeous weather. And we are going to do another series. Probably 3 or 4 interviews out while we're out here, and the first of the series is going to be with Steel Panther. And the reason that we're doing that is because, well, we had Satchel on the show a little while ago, and that went great. But I really was trying to get the whole band because, you know, I wanted to talk to them about their experience on Z-Rock and you know, what it's been like doing the, you know, their Monday night residency in LA and the Sunset Strip, you know, and all that good stuff. So we said, well, since we're here, why don't we, instead of trying to get the guys to come into the studio, why don't we go to them? So that's what we're doing. So I was able to pull some strings, and I called the manager in the club, and I put, you know, I schmoozed my way in, and we got some press passes, and we're here at the Key Club, actually, and we're getting ready to interview the guys. But instead of just interviewing them like, you know, 3 or 4 hours before the show where they're all relaxed and everything, we're going in and we're gonna, well, we're probably a couple minutes away actually from going in. We're pretty much gonna try to interview them right before they go on, and so that we can kind of get a little bit of the sense of the hecticness that goes on backstage, and you know, and just whatever, see maybe some of their rituals, their pre-show rituals. And I think it'll be cool because it'll be something a little different instead of just having the typical, you know, banter that you would have with someone on the phone. This is going to be cool because they're going to be like probably still getting ready and putting on the, you know, whatever their outfits and the makeup. And I think it'll be fun. So are we almost ready? I think. Oh, okay. Yep. They're calling us in. They're giving us the okay. So we're going to go in. I don't know how much time we're going to have, so I'm going to have to try to make it quick. I'm hoping I can get everyone on. And, you know, and hopefully they don't kick us out. All right. And then we'll go rock with them afterwards and check out the show. And that's that. All right. Are we going in? All right. We are going in. Let's see what happens. We're going to start off, I think, with Sticks It In You, the drummer.
Yes.
Sticks, you there?
I'm here, man. This is a wobbly table.
Yes, it is. First of all, you got to give us a little bit of credit here. Okay. We came to you. I tried to get you on my show.
You did come to us,
yes.
And I'm going to give you an ass load of credit right now. I think it's pretty manly of you to come to us because we don't really do shit like this, and we really appreciate it.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate the fact that you're letting me do this and that you appreciate my appreciation.
Well, the appreciation is obviously mutual, but I think what your listeners need to know is that you experienced something tonight that you were a little uncomfortable experiencing with me.
Oh, yes. Well, we'll get to that in 1 second. Let me first...
Because I'm pretty proud of it.
Yeah, no, we're going to talk about that. I can't gloss over that. It was a moment in my life that I shall not forget anytime soon.
You're still thinking about it.
Well, so here we are. Basically, we're in your green room backstage, and you're about to go on at the famous Key Club in L.A. in the Sunset Strip. My producer extraordinaire, Alex, and I are enjoying your lovely weather over here, by the way.
Thank you. It's really nice right now.
It is gorgeous. And I'm excited because I had Satchel on a while back, but it was a call-in. And, you know, it's never as good as having the people in front of you, and I have you. And not only did I get to see you face to face, today I got to see you face to cock.
Face to cock. Actually, you saw me head to head.
Head to head.
Dude, I'm telling you.
He's good.
It was.
All right.
It was. Some,
Let's get right into it. Tell everybody what happened.
Well, I know that Paulie has the fear of other men's cocks, and knowing that he has that fear, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna help him face his fear and my cock. So, you know, he had his hand. I was changing in the dressing room as you would, because it's a dressing room. I have my hand. He has his hands over his eyes like a child, not wanting to see his grandfather's penis. And I said, okay, all right, dude, I'm good. I'm all dressed.
That's a good analogy, too, because he's almost as old as my grandfather.
I am, and your grandfather, tell him I will call him soon, and we will go play bocce ball. So I tell him that my pants are on when they're really not on, and he looks, and he almost doesn't even look at my eyes first. First thing he goes to, eyes to cock, and he like freaks out. And I was so happy that he saw direct cock. It was like, I know that shit's burned into your brain right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I see it right now. I kind of see it right now because it was kind of like a pasty white, and it was like,
well, yeah, it's not a tan cock.
No.
It's not.
It was really bad. Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You said as one would, as if you assume that everyone just gets naked in their dressing room. When ZO2 gets changed, we either one of two things. We either go to the bathroom. Well, Joey never. He just leaves. He'll go somewhere else and then comes back. But Dave and I are brothers, so we used to doing we'll go either to the bathroom or behind something, or we have this thing called "look when you're a fag." And if
so by those rules, are you gay?
No, because I didn't want. No,
but you looked.
But I didn't know that you were changed. You didn't say "look and you're a fag." You actually said "look." That's it.
I didn't think you needed to.
I said, "Look, I'm a fag."
You don't talk because you don't have a mic.
Who's talking?
Nobody. So the concept was, it was like let's say I had to change. I had nowhere to go. And it was me and you. I'd say, "Look and you're a fag."
Right.
So that meant turn around until I get changed.
Why wouldn't you turn around?
Because if I turn around, you'd still be looking at my ass.
But is that the same as looking at your cock?
No, it's not even close. I can look at another guy's ass.
So then turn around, and then you don't have to play look and you're a fag.
No, you turn around while I change so that no one's looking. So I'm comfortable, and then I say, "Okay, I'm good."
Okay,
and then you turn around again.
Okay, so should I have done that here?
Yes,
but it's my dressing room.
But it's just respect.
Respect for my dressing room.
So is this true? So do you guys just change in front of each other? You have
Absolutely.
No problems? Have you always been comfortable with that? Because I am not comfortable with that.
I was not comfortable getting naked in front of other men until I was about 20 years old. And then it's the same as taking a shit in a public place. I used to have a real fucking hard time shitting in public places. I'd do everything I could to wait till I got home. But now I will shit where I need to shit because I don't give a fuck.
See, I never had a problem with that.
Okay, well, it's the same as, changing in front of other dudes. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Now, what about in front of women?
Fine with it.
Really?
Totally fine with it.
So if there were let's say if there were girls here that worked their place and they were bringing in diet Red Bulls,
I would swing the dong.
Really?
Yeah, and I would do it if chicks were working here. I would do it if we had groupies backstage.
Well, that makes sense.
But even if it's Satchel's relatives, the cock will come out.
Well, we have some girls here right now. Take it out.
I'm already changed.
But they weren't here.
See, but there's a difference. Doing it just to whip my dick out.
So right now, if you had to change back into your jeans, you would just do it?
Yeah, I would just do it.
Really?
Yeah, and if you look, you look. I'm totally fine with it.
I just from another
state.
Another state, maybe. Yeah. In New York, I think it's against the law.
The state of New York.
It's the state of straightness.
Yeah. I think I'm financially secure with my sexuality, so, I'm cool with it.
All right, well, there you go. Well, let's go. We haven't talked about music at all.
Why talk about music when you can talk about showing your buddy your dong and him secretly liking it?
So, listen, how long have you been playing with these guys?
I've been with Steel Panther since we've been together since about 87, 86.
An awkward silence comes over the podcast.
Okay, 88.
Okay, that sounds a little bit better. I was going to say, come on, don't exaggerate here.
No, but we didn't start playing weekly shows until about 2000, and we started, we did a lot of rehearsing. From 88 to 2000, it was a lot of rehearsing and some gigs. And then,
I can't take anything this guy says seriously. See, at least with Satchel, I got to say about Satchel.
Hi, this is Satchel.
Get out of here. You were already on the show, you bastard.
See you later.
Satchel was actually serious on my podcast.
I'm serious.
Oh, you serious?
I'm not serious.
We got into some pretty serious stuff.
I'm
We were
serious.
talking about quantum theory, yeah. I got
Yes,
serious.
at one point we were talking
How
about
can you
quantum
joke
theory.
though?
I was totally serious when I told you that I'm totally comfortable showing my cock to other men.
Oh, he's serious.
I'm serious.
I don't think we could hear you, Saturday. He's talking. You got to
Can't
tell
hear me? Oh, he's
Yeah,
serious.
now I
Trust
hear
me.
you.
I've seen his cock, and it was not easy because it's very
Sticks,
small.
you realize he's been on the show before, and now he's hoarding into your time. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
You're fine with that too. So you're
I like
fine with
to-
sharing
I can
everything.
we're sharing the same microphone right now.
Yep.
Have you shared the same woman?
Many times.
Yes. That happens all the time. And
How do
usually
you-
the women that we share are big enough so that you can be in totally separate rooms. It doesn't even matter. That's how we roll.
Do you have a preference, like who gets head, who does it from
I
behind?
usually like women that don't have penises, and Sticks is like.
I can
pretty
take it or
easy
leave
either
it.
way.
I don't care who gets head. I don't care if my cock's in her pussy or her ass. It's fine.
Oh, I thought you meant like, do we prefer women that speak English or deaf? We cruise a lot of deaf schools, so they don't actually speak at all.
Is that going to be a song on your next record?
Deaf girl?
Yes.
Yeah, we're just gonna erase the words to fat girl, and we're gonna put deaf girl in there and write some new
Deaf
lyrics.
girl.
Are you guys working on new stuff?
Oh, we're in the studio right now.
Yeah, we're recording.
We're recording record number 2. We got approved.
Epic.
Rock
And we're not
from
on Epic, the label Epic, but
from
it's gonna be an
Universal.
Epic record.
Universal said, "Fucking go for
It's
it."
going to be epic, but it's
gonna
coming
be,
out on
It's
Universal.
gonna be Epic on Universal.
Yep. And we're making it in Hollywood.
When do you
Yes.
think it's coming out?
If I had to guess, I'd say first quarter next year.
Well, we have to finish it before it comes out. So
Well, I know that, but I'm saying
when is it going to be finished?
When's
No,
it-
we have to write all the songs first.
When are you going to write the song?
Well, we're done with 2 so far, so we'll
Yeah.
see.
Do you need any
Shouldn't be
guest-
more than
do you
another
need
10 or
a
15 years.
Guest cameo singer?
Yeah, but
yes,
we're
we
gonna need somebody more famous.
Oh, snap!
And
Snap! Damn it!
Well,
we
if
need
you can,
somebody that can sing in key too.
if you
so.
can compete with Joe Elliott, then you may get the gig.
I think I can compete with him.
Absolutely.
Wait, Joe Elliott now or Joe Elliott 1980s?
No, Joe Elliott. We're gonna put the rewind 40 years on his voice.
I think I can compete.
No, Joe Elliott. He's actually gonna.
Is he gonna be on?
He's gonna be on the record.
Well, look, if you want me to be on, just say so. I'll do it for you.
Okay. If we want to, we will definitely say so.
Consider yourself on.
All right, get out of here. Let me finish talking to him.
Stop it.
All right, so let me
Man,
ask
I didn't
you.
think that part was gonna end.
I know. All right. Well, we don't want to take too long because we want to get to the other guys because
All right.
they're more interesting. But anyway, now
I heard that,
the podcast is about rock and roll and food. No, not yet.
dude. I'm getting interviewed, bro. Get the fuck off. If you want to take this onto the stage,
The single Michael Starr is here
not
right
right
now.
now.
The single Michael Starr is here right now, and he's saying he's kicking sticks up.
I will. If I remember your number, I'll call you.
Waiting for you.
Yeah. Fucking.
All right. Just remember, I'll be over here.
The longer you talk to me, the longer this shit's gonna
Look at me
take.
that way, Paulie.
What are you talking about?
Don't look at me that way, Paulie.
They
Yeah.
won't let me sing on your record.
This is what happens when you're.
Sing on my record.
Sticks.
You won't let him sit on my record?
I didn't say that. I said you probably wouldn't want him to sing on the record.
Why can't I sing on your record?
Everybody's singing on my record.
You said everybody but Paulie.
Nah, it was 2 days ago when I was mad at him.
Oh, he changed his mind.
I'm not mad at him anymore.
I want to know about
He
food.
finally fixed his hair. It looks good.
Hey,
You want to know about food?
I want to know about food.
Yeah.
Tell me.
What about it? I fucking love food.
Tell me. Where do you like to eat around here?
Around here, I like
Yeah.
to eat. Fuck, man. Yeah, you put me on the spot.
See, you're used to all the like regular questions, and you
Right.
got all your funny
I'm
answers.
trying to.
This is real now.
No, dude. I like
I just
fucking
went to the-
California Pizza Kitchen. I like PF Chang's. I like fucking big chain shit because.
Give me something that's not chained though. Something
Not
like
chained.
oh
Okay.
here, look, I'm here from Brooklyn, right? We just went to the Rainbow, my favorite place to eat out
Okay.
here. But give
I
me
go
something.
To, I go to a place called Maria's Italian Food. That's where I fucking they make the best fucking pasta with pink sauce, broccoli, shrimp, and chicken dish you'll fucking ever eat.
al dente.
Of course.
Where is
Is
that?
there another way to eat noodles?
Yeah, the
What?
crappy way.
All the way cooked way?
Yes,
Fuck
disgusting.
that. Al dente, dude.
I didn't know.
We just
Dude,
fist pounded.
I didn't know about al dente my whole life.
Really?
I didn't know about medium rare until I met my girl. Yeah,
Really?
because my mom cooked everything. My dad likes everything well done. So growing up, every
you-
piece of meat I had was well done.
You gotta have blood. You gotta have blood.
I
I
know.
order my shit rare to medium rare. He
yeah,
gave me the wrap it up sign.
Yeah, I know. I know. This is my podcast.
I was just telling you.
Don't make me look bad. All right, so where's Maria's?
There's a couple. There's two.
Okay.
There's one out in Agora, California, which is a little on the outskirts of Hollywood, about 25 miles north.
Okay.
And then I think there's Maria's in Santa Monica.
Someone's iPhone.
But it shit ain't mine.
Huh?
It's fuck.
Yeah,
But way to interrupt for the iPhone.
Oh, yeah. I had to interrupt for the iPhone because I'm hearing buzzing sounds.
It's not my iPhone.
All right, so if I go to Maria's, what am I ordering?
You
Tell me
just
real
you
quick.
say I'd like to create my own pasta. Okay, and this is what you order.
Okay.
You order with a fettuccine noodle al dente. You order the pink sauce, which is a combination Alfredo marinara sauce. You order it with shrimp, chicken, and broccoli.
Okay. Shrimp and chicken.
And broccoli.
I like that.
That shit will freak you out.
What do you think of the pasta at the Rainbow?
It's good. No, they got good food. They got fucking freaky hot bitches and good food for real.
I know. It's. I gave it a rave review when I reviewed it
And
on the show.
the ranch dressing there for the salads is amazing.
I love their stuff. I really do.
It's great. It's like you wouldn't think you think like the Rainbow would be like, fuck it, we're the Rainbow. We'll just serve you shit.
yeah.
But they're like, no, fuck you. We're the Rainbow. We're gonna serve
When I
you good
first
food.
came here, I thought it was going to be like
Right.
average food.
Mediocre.
Yeah, it
it's
was
great.
Unbelievable.
I know.
Okay, you're done.
Bye.
Oh, we got hot girls coming.
Audrey
in now.
just walked in.
Just
Oh
hot
my
girls.
God.
Wait, can we
Audrey.
interview them?
Oh my
Hold on.
God.
Hey,
Michael Starr. Michael Starr.
Michael Starr. I decided to. Oh my God, they just keep coming
Thanks,
in.
dude.
They just keep coming in. Why are there
It's
so
an
many
endless
hot girls
flow,
here?
bitch. Oh my God. You know what? I'm gonna show you pictures of our show in Vancouver.
Why?
Dude,
Really?
Vancouver is gnarly.
Really?
Gnarly.
Do you do that often, or was that
Yeah,
like a
about
one
once a month.
Once a month.
We fly up to Vancouver and
Oh,
go.
let's go to Vancouver with them.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Dude. I'll show
What?
you the pictures. Let me get him on this.
Get him on the thing. Come on.
Somebody's going.
He took up all your time. You know that, right?
I don't care. He's a drummer. He's all about the time.
All right, we got the singer Michael Starr. What's up, Michael?
Woo! What's up, Paulie? Nice to see you, buddy.
Same here.
Hey, you know what? First of all, I want to apologize for taking so long to do this podcast, man.
That's okay.
I know we've been hunting each other down for a while, and you've been very persistent on your texts, and I want to apologize for not getting back to you soon. We've been so blessed and so lucky to be working, you know.
Tell everyone, what are you doing?
Well, right now we're just I just started working the cash register at Starbucks, and it's been really a big challenge for me. And thanks, man.
We're going to edit in real claps, too.
Thank
for
you. It's been really rewarding. I was in line, right? Not in line, but I was actually working the line, and the next guy came up. He worked for CAA, and he actually is a talent buyer for overseas shows. And it turns out that his daughter is a good friend of an A&R guy who knows this other guy who's a casting director for the show Baywatch that's going to be redone with David Hasselhoff, who's looking for a band to be on the show to write the new material for the stuff. And everything's just working out great.
So what did he order?
He ordered Americano with an extra ad shot and 4 Splendas.
Very nice.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a good drink.
I would have thought you were distracted by all the business opportunities
Well,
that
that's
he
the
brought,
thing.
and you remembered his drink.
Well, the thing is, Paulie, is I'm really able to multitask, which is probably one of my best assets, besides being able to sing and look really good and have great stage presence and a great songwriter and stuff. But if you put all that aside, multitasking is important because you have to remember, music business is a 2-part word. It's music, business. And if you don't have the business sense, like I do, you're not going to work at Starbucks. You're not going to think like, hey, maybe I should have insurance in case I get a sore throat and I need some cortisone to sing. You know what I mean?
That is true.
And
I've done the cortisone.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes, I do.
And let me tell you something about cortisone. Very tricky. You'll get your voice back, but if you do it too much, you'll end up looking like Vince Neil.
That's why I don't do it that much. Like,
True fact. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Let me ask you on the real though, for real. Are you guys working on a new record? They said you're in the studio,
Yeah,
right?
we are. We're in the studio. We just started. It's amazing because we had our first big band blowout at the studio. Because
But you guys have been together a long time. I'm sure.
yeah, that's the problem. When you put 4 guys together for a long time, eventually you're gonna fight.
But you don't have blowouts a lot.
Not really, no. Usually, since we've been going to band therapy, things have been working out good. But every now and then, when there's money involved, things change. You know what I mean? So we were getting paid like $200 for this gig, and it turned out that I couldn't do the gig, and I didn't know it was booked, and all the guys were expecting to do it, and it was, it pissed everybody off.
Is that for real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't tell.
Yeah.
Damn it, I can't tell with these
I'm
guys.
sorry. I'm sorry, but no, they went in the studio, and Satchel is he wrote some really good songs that we decided not to do, and we're doing mine, which is cool.
Well, that makes more sense.
And yeah, totally, because I'm the singer, and I have a better feel for the audience than the guitar player.
Are you sticking to the same sort of subject matter, like things that are really important in life, like Asian hookers and things like that?
That's funny that you say that, because that's stuff that was important to us when we were younger. Now that we've had some success, things that are a little deeper for us now, like I don't know, like actually Satchel did write a song that's going to make it. It's called "If You Really, 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 Really Love Me," and it's about being with a chick that if she really loves you, she's going to do shit for you that normally chicks that just say they love you would do for you.
Right.
It's a deep song. It's really good.
I would love to hear that one.
It's good. I think it's going to be a hit, and yeah, we're sticking to our roots. We're going to sing about shit that's important to us, like partying and fucking bitches and all that shit. And it's still going to be, we like to have fun, so it's going to be fun songs.
We got some hot girls in here right now. We're in your green room, which is cool because this is the first time we've done a backstage podcast. Usually,
that was my idea, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Fuck
no,
you.
I know you think it's not, but
I flew here from Brooklyn, and you're going to steal my
the plane idea was mine too.
We are we're breaking stuff now. We are backstage, and the place, just as you would expect for a rock show, is packed with just hot women everywhere.
Well, honestly,
now, who's that hot blonde over there?
Oh, that's a chick I picked up from school. She's like just started she's a freshman in college.
She looks like you though.
I know, it's crazy. You know how guys you'll see guys walking their dogs and they look just like their dogs. I'm attracted to chicks that look like me. That's weird, and guys too sometimes. Depends how high I am.
So you like fucking yourself?
Don't you?
Yes.
Is that weird?
I don't know.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I'm just asking.
But you asked like it was weird.
No.
Okay.
Because in case you said no, because that's terrible, then I can deny and say that's terrible.
No, absolutely. I think I don't know. It's just
we're singers. It's different. We're narcissists. I truly am in love with myself.
Well, my very first training was the mirror, and I trained in front of the mirror for a long time, like just
giving head.
No, not giving head. Just dreaming like what it'd be like to be on stage and like some of the cool moves, what looks cool, what doesn't look cool.
Right.
And a lot of kids, they forget that shit when they just stand on stage and they think, oh, that's cool. No, it's not. You look like a fucking idiot. You got to get in the mirror, find out what looks good with your body style. Get a guitar that fits your body, makes it look cool, or a mic stand, and learn moves.
But you know what's funny, and I talked about this with Russ a little bit. Satchel, sorry.
Who's Russ?
I don't know. We'll edit that.
Russ who?
Russ the bus.
That guy's hot.
Russ the bus.
Russ the bus. I love Russ the bus.
Russ the bus was in Manowar, no?
Yeah. Was he?
No, it's Russ the boss.
Oh.
But anyway, I was talking to Satchel.
Who's Satchel? That guy.
That guy. You're saying.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
No, but we were talking about.
He's an asshole.
You guys have a very unique opportunity because you guys are doing something that's sort of tongue in cheek and it's satirical. You can really do. Right now, you can do what other bands, like our band, for example, we put on a stage show. You've seen us play.
Yeah.
And we get linked a lot to the '80s bands, even though, which for me is a compliment. But you ever notice that, like when people say, "Oh, it's kind of '80s," they say it with like a little bit of like a negative connotation.
Well, I
hate that.
Well,
no, I mean?
When I hear that, I hear it as a jealousy connotation. It's like, oh, it's kind of '80s. I wish I was doing that.
But they won't ever admit that. They said, you know what I'm saying? And you guys, it's an interesting position because you guys can take it to an extreme.
Hey, it's like a guy, Paulie, admitting that he's a dork. It's hard to do that for people.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what I mean? I mean, you're not going to go, I'm a dork.
But they are.
They totally are. That's why they're like, I wish I was in a metal band, but I can't because I'm a fucking dork.
I guess what I was trying to say is that do you feel like if you were doing this as an original band, like, and it was totally like sincere, it was like, dude, this is really what it is. It's not like having fun with it. Like, how would that differ from what you're doing now? Like,
you know what? It's funny. I had this conversation with a girl today on a walk because I like to take walks because it clears my mind. It makes me feel healthy. I get a little tan while I do it, and that's kind of cool because I could save money. I'm not going to a tanning booth, and it's very California. But I was saying, my dream was always to be in a heavy metal band, sell millions of records, and go on tour. It's been my dream.
Right.
It didn't turn out that way.
Did you have original bands? Were you in original?
Yeah,
bands?
Yes. And when Nirvana came out and changed the whole music structure and climate, I still wanted to be what I wanted to be.
Right.
I still wanted to rock. I love Van Halen. That doesn't change. All the dudes that I hung out with that were in different bands, my peers, they all changed. They
cut
all
their
went
hair,
fucking
right.
Pearl Jam and wearing jean shorts. Fuck that. You know, what I started doing is a Van Halen tribute band because I love Van Halen. You know, and that took off. And then we started doing Steel Panther, playing covers because no one wanted to hear our original shit. For real. I mean, we had demo tapes for fucking ever.
Were you doing... Assume, like, I know it's hard to answer, but assume, let's say Nirvana never happened and things were sort of on the same path, or let's rewind and now it's like 1989, right? Was your original material, do you think it would have stood the chance?
Probably not. I think I wasn't where I should be at the time. You know what I mean? I wasn't that great of a...
Seasoned enough?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that... I think everything happened exactly the way it should happen. You know what I mean? It just, I wasn't ready. You know, and I think when I was ready, it happened. You know, I ran in the Satchel, and that really was a turning point for me because him and I, like, you know, we're like brothers. We fucking fight, but we're like.
What was he doing when you ran into him? Was he with Halford?
No,
he was in Fight, right?
He was just done with Halford, and he was just kind of tooling around town, just doing sessions.
So he didn't
and shit.
have anything like legit at the time.
No.
So
no.
what made you? Did you guys go into it just saying, "Hey, this is going to be a cover band. We'll make some money. Blah blah blah. Let's see what happens." Or did you design the idea from the beginning? Say, "Okay, this is going to be different."
No.
So
We were working for an agency for a while, doing other variety bands, you know, just doing whatever to make dough.
Right.
And always had our, you know, original project on the side, and then we got put together to do like a metal variety show, you know.
Was that Metal School?
That was Metal Shop.
Oh, Metal Shop. That's the first version.
Yeah, that was just a variety show where we just played whatever metal songs that were popular at the time, and it turned out that organically in between songs we'd like to have fun. That's just who we are as people.
Banter.
We just started fucking with people in the audience, and we had comedic timing with one another, and we just realized that people enjoyed it, so we just kept going on with it and kept going. And then we started shortening the cover songs so we'd have more time to talk.
Right. I got to tell you, when I first saw you, it was weird because you played like 4 songs all night.
Right.
And it was all like comedy. It was like stand-up comedy.
And you know what, man? It's like you were saying, this is original for me. You know what I mean?
Do you get off like, because I got to tell you, when I had Satchel on, like, and I'm not just saying this because I'm friends with you guys, the record is incredible. It really is. It's just, you know, happens to be satirical lyrics. But like, if let's say you took those, I mean, look, I love all those 80s. That's what I grew up with. You know what I mean? So I can compare it to the real stuff. And to me, it's as strong as any of that shit. It's just, obviously, you know, if you took Asian Hooker and you put in, you know, like, you know, my
aging hooker?
No, but something, you know, like
Malaysian hooker.
Malaysian hooker, or, you know, my woman from Tokyo.
AJ Hooker. TJ Hooker. That really was the name of the song.
I really love her.
We gotta go on stage.
Oh, you guys are leaving soon.
Pre-show meeting.
Oh.
All right, so then we're wrapping this up.
Hold on, Paulie, can I say one thing?
Yeah. Can I get him for like 10 more seconds?
Yeah, just give me a
My
second.
last 10 seconds? So I just want to, are you getting, you satisfied?
I got to say something really quick. What we're about to do before the show is what we call a check-in. That's where we all get together, clear the room out, and it's just us 4 together, nobody else.
Okay.
And each guy gets to say how their day was, what was going on, how they're feeling, where their head's at, and nobody gets interrupted until they're done. And when they're done, they go pass. And it goes to the next guy, go around in a circle until all 4 of us are done. Everyone gets as much time as they need. That way, before we go on stage, we know where everyone's at, and we can fucking connect, rock, and fucking take over.
You do that all the time?
Every time, yeah.
That's
we learned
that
that from band therapy.
That is really good.
Yeah, a lot of people say that's gay, but it's only gay when we're holding each other's dicks.
No, you know what's gay?
What?
Saying, okay, my pants are on, and I turn around, and your dick is out. That's gay.
Yeah.
And that's what he did to me.
Hey, but
right.
yeah, I feel completely
You know what I was going to say.
Yeah,
by doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Does it satisfy that
Absolutely,
that
man, because it gives me the chance to do what I've always wanted to do at fucking 50.
Right.
Think about it. You know what I mean? How many guys? There's no guy at my age that could do what we're doing because they'd be serious about it, and no one would take them serious.
Right.
It's just the way it is, unfortunately. But at the same time, I still get to live vicariously through my dream, which is to rock.
And the fact that you're putting out the records, I think is great because
Yeah.
you're still coming out with original material. I think it's awesome.
It's really fun, dude, and people they love it and they have a good time. And really, I'm an entertainer, and I love to entertain.
Yeah. Well, that's why I think we
fucking-
connected.
I'm so lucky, man.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to let you do your pre-show
All right, buddy.
gayness. And
Good seeing you.
same here. And next time, we'll do it again because I want to talk to you about food, but we didn't get a chance today.
Food?
Yeah, that's what the podcast is about, rock and roll and food.
Oh, no shit.
I'm a foodie, man.
Well, right now I'm on only cheese once a day, 2 ounces, no more.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you been sticking to that?
What's that?
Have you stuck to that pretty
Yeah, I'm on my 3rd day. No, I'm serious, and I'm on probably my 5th month of no breaded pasta.
I did that. No gluten, no dairy.
Yeah, it's killer. Chicks dig it, dude. My cock's huge. Hold on. All right, wait before you go.
All right. Well, we didn't get as much time as we wanted to, and as you can hear by what just happened, we actually got kicked out of the green room, and you know it was look, it was an experiment. We got a good amount of interview time in there, but what happened really was that there was an interview before us that went longer than it should have, and it intruded on my interview time, and I'm sure our interview would have been much better than the other guys, but they were Australian MTV, so they had a little bit more clout than I did. So anyway, so that was it. So but it was cool. It was really cool to be there and kind of see, talk to them in their element with all the stuff. I don't know if you can really hear what was going on, but there was a lot of commotion and stuff. And they're probably on their way upstairs right now to rock out at the Key Club. So what I'm going to do for the rest of this podcast is I'd like to have some time with my good buddy Benny Boy, who's here with me now. Benny?
Hello.
Hello. And we found ourselves a nice little quiet place to do this and finish up. So Benny, this is the first time actually that you're on the show in person, which is really, really cool.
That's right. Who knew that my answering your ad on Craigslist would actually end up with me in the studio, doing it this way?
Yeah, well, that Craigslist is so good.
Yeah.
Hey, we got it. He doesn't have his little filter on. It's okay. He's far enough away. Oh, okay. So, all right. So now we're set up with our little mobile studio, and this is part 1 of my West Coast podcast series. And I like to try to come out maybe once or twice a year, come out here and and do this. And what was cool about this one is like what I was telling you before is I was in the green room with the guys.
Right.
And, interviewing them on their home turf as opposed to having someone come in. It's like if me and you were doing the interview at your house and you were like on the bowl taking a shit and I was interviewing you. Like that's what it would be like, because you'd be, understand what I'm saying?
I did ask for that, but you weren't comfortable with that. So
No,
I came here.
Yeah,
instead.
No, well, maybe we'll do that another time.
Sure.
But the funny thing about it was that
we'll work up to that.
yeah, we Sticks It In Ya was changing, when we were setting up, and he's like, "All right, everybody, I'm taking the pants coming off," and so we all turned around. And then he's like, "Okay, I'm good." And I turned around, and he's like, "Hey, Paulie." And I turned around to look at him, and his fucking cock was out. And, I shouldn't even call it a cock. It was like a stub with hair. Oh, take that, Sticks. But anyway, he tricked me, and I looked at it, and I was just like, I yelled a scream of anger and frustration. And I was just like, "Wah!" And he was so delighted. Delighted is the word. That he got me to to look and to just he fucked with my head, and I couldn't do that. I mean, could you, even as a prank? You think you could whip it out and have someone look at it?
I would probably need to have more of the Tommy Lee situation going on, where I knew it would be more a more impressive reveal.
Right. That's true too. Because
there are two ways to take that. There's the disgust that this man's, the apparatus is visible, shall we say,
right.
But also that there's the size issue. So it's kind of like, one issue going on is one thing, but when there's two, when there's the fact that it's there and a size deficiency, that that's not working in your favor. That's 2 in the loss column.
Right. Yeah, I mean that is a good point, because look, it's I feel comfortable saying that I was given a gift by the Lord, And I'm not like some like porn star, freak of nature, but I have a nice package. Let's just put it that way. It's good looking, clean cut, good length, groomed. Not so much in the girth, but it's more in the length. It's just it's been I've had a lot of compliments. Let's just put it that way. But I don't go around showing it off. You know what I mean? It's just, even if you are well endowed, like, I don't see the point. And I think it also stems from, not to get too deep here and philosophical, but I think it stems from childhood, because when you're in school, I remember like when I was in like in camp, for example, or even in the gym when I was older, I started going to the gym. I remember like in camp, like the kids would change in front of each other and it was no big deal. And I know girls can do it, no problem. But I was never comfortable. I was always, maybe it was because I was a little chubby too. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I was very, very aware of what was going on and me being naked. So I would have a towel and then I would like change, pull my shorts down with the towel on, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then pull the shorts up. And then even later in life when I went to the gym, and all these people walking around with their schlongs just knocking back and forth like a grandfather
usually the older
clock.
guys.
Yeah, right. That is true.
The younger guys, they come in and they leave. They seem to just kind of change, get in and get out and do their business. But these older guys are kind of hanging around. They're having conversations about their golf. Yeah, they're having conversations about their golf game. They're like, I'm going to get to the showers, in a few minutes. But right now, let me catch up. And it's like it's all out there.
Yeah.
And,
very comfortable, too. They seem very comfortable.
And these guys, they don't seem like maybe they've been going to the gym for too long, because it's like, I feel like I should be seeing the results because we're at a gym, but it's still like did you just join up?
Right, or did you come here just to talk to your friends
That's
naked?
right.
I don't think they actually do any of the machines.
Right.
I think they come, they go to the locker room, they talk, then they get dressed and they go home.
Right. Listen, if that's my situation in about 30 or 40 years, then I'm going to go to the gym in a wetsuit, and I'm never going to take that off.
Well, you know what's funny about, you are right, because I notice it more like the younger guys. Even if they do get naked for a second, it really is quick. It's like they take the shorts off, put it on, done. They're not lounging around and
that's right.
And the thing with the older guys, what drives me crazy too, is that it's like you said, like, look, I know it's not to be gay or anything, but like, if you're gonna do it, like if a guy's gonna walk around whatever, and he's, let's say, in great shape or whatever, at least you can appreciate the guy's in great shape. But these like disgusting old, guys walking around with like nasty looking packages, like to the point where half of them you can't even see it. Thank God, but it's just like a forest. You ever notice that? Like you get the white forest.
Yeah.
You're walking around and it's just walking around with a chia, like it's like a chia pet. It's been like dipped in whiteout. And I think maybe, you know what? Sticks it in you. Maybe he's so comfortable because he's pretty old.
Well, he's got to ramp up to it. He's got to ramp up to it too, to go out and be raunchy for 200 people.
Yeah, but I can be raunchy and I don't have to do that. But I think maybe it's an age thing. Maybe it's a generational thing. Maybe he's talking golf.
Well, there's probably that age you get to in life where you're like, hey, I've made it this far. I'm gonna let it all hang out and fuck, whoever, you're gonna deal with it because I've lived and I'm 60 and it's like, I don't care. This is what I want to do.
That's what he said, though. He said he wasn't always like that, and then he said he got to a point where he was just very comfortable.
Right, but also rock and roll is like, you can't have any modesty. That's the one thing I learned when I was really into Motley Crue, and when I got older and I would read like The Dirt and I would keep tabs on the band members, and I realized like these guys have no shame whatsoever. Like whatever it is, I mean, any kind of trouble Motley Crue has gotten into, any trouble you can think of to get into, they have gotten into.
Yeah, but that's a different kind of rock and roll, because I hate when that's like a blanket statement, because that's the Motley Crue, that's the Guns N' Roses.
True.
But what about
you got a point.
Yeah, look at band. You don't see fucking Richie Blackmore pulling
Rush.
Or, you know what I mean?
Chad Kroeger, or the guys from
No, but Chad, I'm using more of the classic example, because Chad Kroeger, Nickelback is from a different generation, and maybe it is not as cool as it was when drugs were big and stuff.
Right.
But I'm saying, like, I guess it just depends on
It's more innuendo. You're not going to really just, like, you're going to suggest it,
Right.
But you're not gonna.
Right. You don't have to necessarily. I hate that thing because you don't have to be able to whip your cock out to be in a great rock and roll band, in my opinion. But
Right.
that's also because I grew up with,
Wait for the home videos.
Yeah, at least But now and then then Michael Starr got on.
Yes.
And I talked to him, and what was cool about that conversation is it went to a real place for a little bit, which is what I like, especially
Heart
with guys.
to heart, you guys.
Yeah, well, with those
you got
guys because
deep with it.
they're kind of they're going to be humorous for as much as they can.
Right.
But if I can get
It's
to something real,
it's a defense memechanism.
It is.
It's,
Maybe
it's an emotional wall.
maybe
is what
it's
that
a
is.
defense mechanism because of his small package. Ooh, who knows?
You may have some investigative reporting at work here.
Ben, I'm going to send you into the dressing room. I want you to get pictures.
I'm going to find out which gym, see where we're all leading up to
Find out what gym they go to.
Yeah.
And I want you to hang out in the locker room. Go talk to them in the locker room. So anyway, we talked about Michael being in a band back in the day and not panning out the way he wanted to.
Right.
And being, fortunate enough to be able to continue doing the music he loves instead of like conforming and trying to switch over. And this has been an outlet for him to be able to do what he loves to do. And he said he's, 50 years old, and he definitely does not look 50. I mean, the guy looks great. But I know they are a little bit older. So look, if he is that age, kudos to him. He looks great. But to be able to be doing what he's doing is amazing. It's a miracle. It should be looked upon, I think, as a good thing as opposed to a bad thing, because probably everyone else that he grew up with that wanted to do what he did probably working a regular job now.
Sure. And luckily, rock and roll is one of the few, for all its sort of maybe smaller popularity these days, rock and roll is still one of the few musical genres where you can get older, and as long as you're not trying to squeeze into a pair of spandex, you can sort of go into your older years, and it's like, the Rolling Stones, they don't look as good as they used to, but they're in their 60s and they can still do it. It's nobody's saying.
Well, it's like you said though. It depends how you do it.
Right.
Because like when Glenn Hughes was on the podcast, I remember something he said. It was like, there's a certain point in a man's life where long hair is just not cool anymore. You know what I mean? And he was saying around 50 or so. And I understand what he's saying. It's like, it depends if you're trying to still be 20 years old when you're 50 or 60 years old, that's one thing. That's, that to me is probably not going to work. But if you are growing gracefully and you know what I mean? Is that
I've
kind of what
seen
you're
that
saying?
because it's interesting because Ralph or Michael Starr, when he was doing the Atomic Punks, the Van Halen thing, I saw David Lee Roth 5 or 6 years ago on a co-headlining tour with Hagar, and Roth had this blue shiny lame outfit, and he had like his bleached blonde long hair, and it didn't look right. Eventually, he had to get a haircut and get a more sensible look, because he wasn't going to be able to pull off the platinum blonde rock god.
You can't recreate it, but you can.
Right.
But you can.
You got to find your style, whatever that is, as you get older.
Right.
And even that's with Steel Panther, that's a part of the act. Sometimes they're kind of joking about their physicalities.
Right.
Like, I think there's a joke one of the members says about like hurting his back doing a jump or something.
Right.
I think it's
Right.
I think it's
Satchel does that.
yeah.
Well, and then they give Michael Starr a little bit of shit about like that he's like a little chubby. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he's fine. He's in good shape. But he's not as rail thin as like
Right.
a typical. So they always give him a hard time, and I see what you're saying. It's like sometimes if you just acknowledge it and you kind of the word is grace. There's a way to do things gracefully.
right. If you're in on the joke,
Yes.
it's very important, because that's why people if people felt like Steel Panther was trying to really be Bon Jovi or Motley Crue or do that, then it wouldn't be. They wouldn't embrace it. It's just like they're sort of working off the excesses of the genre, and people can kind of find an entry point
Right.
into that, which means they can do this for
As long as they can.
quite a long time.
Well, I like the fact that they write original material, even though it's satirical.
Yeah, I thought it was a good album.
I think it's great.
yeah.
I really do. I told him that, and I meant it. It's like I think that record, if the words were, serious, let's say, and obviously the look, and just if you just took the music and the melody, right?
Yeah.
I think it's as good as any of the the stuff from the 80s. I think it could have been a big record. I think it's my opinion. I mean, maybe I'm just over.
No, I agree. I thought it was really, it was really funny, lyrically and content-wise, but musically it was very good. And what's good is they're original enough that they can kind of remind you. Obviously, the idea is to remind you of certain songs like White Snake or this or that.
Or the
Bon
More
Jovi.
Than Words song.
Yeah,
right.
But it's kind of like they know that they're obviously, if they were asked about it, I'm sure they wouldn't say, "What do you mean, like Extreme or White Snake? I don't hear that at all." They would, they'd probably go, "Well, no, that's intentional. It's bringing you back to what you love." And you're right. In this day and age, it's cool if you can be in a rock band and continue that on and make a living off of that into your later years.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Nowadays,
that's what everyone wants.
Well, nowadays it's like you got to take what you can get because
Right.
we're in our industry. Unfortunately, is not healthy. It is what I mean. Let's face it. So it's like you don't have the luxury of saying, "Yes, I'm going to just do this, and if I keep going down this path, I'll make millions of dollars selling platinum records," because that's what we grew up. The bands that we grew up with, that's how they did it.
Right.
But that doesn't mean it's going to always be like that. Obviously, now it's not like that. So you have to find your niche. And I think for them, I'm happy that they did, because they're good guys and they put on a great show.
Absolutely. They got a great niche. And that's, I mean, who would have thunk that would happen? But it's great for them.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like Weird Al Yankovic, but just of metal.
Right.
Of 80s metal, hair metal. So, all right. Well, listen, Benny boy, I wish we can have you on more often, like in person. I always prefer the in-person interview, but at last you are out here on the West Coast, and I am.
'Tis true.
I am in Brooklyn, but yeah, I'm glad we were able to do this, and
thanks for having me on.
You're more than welcome. Thank you for being on, and
Sure.
I want to thank again the Steel Panther boys for letting us into their green room and right before the show, which I know, like I said before, I know is very hectic time period. Especially for me, I know before a show, it's like the last thing I want to deal with is anything. I don't want to deal with anything. After a show, I'm high on it, so I'll do whatever. But so I thank them for doing that, and I hope we didn't overstay our welcome. Anyway, so this is part 1 of our West Coast series, and while we're out here, I'm enjoying the weather, and I'm living it up, loving it up, and eating as many like avocados as I can because I'm in California. Yeah. I'm going to try to go get some sushi and go to the Rainbow and all that good stuff. All right. So anyway, I would like to extend my invitation for you people out there to follow me on online at thePaulieZShow.com or, iTunes, where you can get this episode and all the other episodes for free. And if you want to check us out, the band, it's zo2.com, and my Twitter is zo2paulie. And the email to email me questions is yopaulie@thePaulieZShow.com. Questions or comments, or for those of you who feel inclined, pictures of your package. But I prefer not. I would rather you not send me any pictures of your package. Ben, though, if you're very well endowed, Ben would love to see it.
I'll take those.
He'll take those only if you're well endowed. So all right, I guess that's it for this episode. I will see you later.